Hello, welcome to Snooker Pro Tips. Uh, this isn't quite what you think. There is a contributor on YouTube that's put one on called The Magnificent Seven. Sounds a wonderful title. It might make a good film title actually at some point if somebody takes it on board. But this isn't it. What this involves is I've had an email through about potting to the centre pockets. And this is just a centre pocket routine basically. So I have done something similar just regarding a potting exercise, but that's been to the corners. This now is just based on centre pocket potting, and hopefully it will just give you a little bit more idea about potting balls to the middle pocket. Very difficult when we've sort of got this angle. So the question you can ask is, why is it slightly difficult? Mainly because of this. If you can just see the tip of my cue coming in, this is the knuckle. And what happens is this knuckle here protrudes out. So now what you can actually only see is 3/4 of the pocket because the knuckle's in the way. So basically where we're aiming when we're potting balls is sort of like this area. If you can just see the tip of my cue there, roughly just on the edge of the pocket there, on the pocket leather, we're aiming in there, because if we come any further over, we're now hitting the far knuckle. So the pocket actually is a little bit smaller when we're looking at it with this angle. And this is why, again, in previous clips, there are other contributors done. He's been leaving shots to the middle pocket. On certain occasions, you would never ever leave this type of shot to the middle pocket if you can help it. You always want to be hitting into the corner where you're hitting into a full pocket. So now, the exercise for middle pocket playing. The reason I've got 7 balls across the table there is quite simple. I've got a red on the pink spot here, and then I've got balls just, say, a ball and a half width apart. And what I'm going to do or the actual exercise each time is now to move the white across. But what I've also got now is these balls here. So I've actually now got the potting angles that we'll see in a game. So I've got full ball, 3/4 ball, half ball and quarter ball. Now each shot now is going to be different to play. Obviously the straight one, we pop the red to the centre or the pink to the centre, and we can either run it through or screw it back for the black. On this occasion, because I've got the black here, we'll take us over to pink and black game, and then to pop the red to the centre and just screw it back for the black. So now this exercise, you can do that now, you can say I have 5 shots at this particular red. There. So now what I'm going to do actually now, we'll take it as I've potted the 5 reds, or I've had 5 goes at the reds, and however many times that I pot the red, that's the best I've ever done. So if I pot it 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5 is the best I've ever done. So once I've done that now, I'll move down to the 3/4. Now bear in mind I'm playing for the black, so now I can't play a screw shot because the white now is going to go this way, so now I have to change my shot now, so now it becomes a stun shot. So I've now played the screw shot, so now I have the stun shot. Once again, I'm aiming at this spot here. The main reason for missing is you're trying to avoid the near knuckle and you end up hitting the far knuckle. So the idea now is to just hit that spot, so now I have a stun shot. Now potted the red and stun down for the black. Once again, I have 5 shots at the red. Again, keeping count of how many I pot, how many I miss, and be honest with yourself. If it is you've missed, you've missed. So now we go down to the next one, which is the half ball. So now this is slightly more difficult. This red just slightly in the way, so the potting angle, so I'll just get it out of the way there. So now this is just a run-through shot. So it's pop the red or the pink, whichever, to the centre, bounce off the side rail and come across. You see there, potted again. So now I have 5 goes at that. And I think you can see now, we're getting a little exercise going together. So if I've had 5 goes at that, again. Keep count, wherever's your best, wherever's your worst. And then we go to the final one, which is quarter. Now, because the quarter one is a little bit more difficult, this time it's pot the red to the centre and around the back of the black to leave the black into the opposite corner. See that, pot it again. And on the black nicely. Now the question you're probably asking is, why have we got the other reds on? Quite simple, because if we now go across, the pocket now gets even smaller. So what you actually get is once you sort of get to this one, the pocket becomes a lot smaller and it's a lot more difficult to play. So we've now done the middle one, so we can leave the middle one off the table. So as you can see again now, we now have another practice here just waiting. And what we can do with this, if these reds get in the way, by the way, which they will, and just move them out of the way just enough, and you can probably see now that we're getting a little practice together, potting to the centres. Now what will happen is that once you sort of get to this one, the thin cut will become virtually ridiculous. So obviously now we go the other way, because it's a shot you'll more than likely play to the centre pocket there. And you see now, roughly, I have full ball, I have half ball, I have half ball, quarter ball. So it's full ball, three-quarter ball, half ball, quarter ball. And each shot now becomes that little bit more difficult. So we'll just take it now as I've gone along the line. I've been taking my balls to the centre there. But what you will notice is if you do it right, that this pocket now becomes a little bit narrower, so it becomes more difficult. So this shot, for instance, now is a really tricky shot. So we can go with a thin one straight away, and it's just dropping it in nicely and holding for the black. You see there, I've just hit the near knuckle. So there's one I've missed. So we'll put it on again. And you see now I've got a little practice going of potting to the centre pocket, which is a very difficult thing to do when there isn't much pocket to see. So I'll just finish one off here, see if we can pot it. Just judge that one nicely. So you see there, that's a nice little exercise, just dealing with the centre pockets. And that was a nice roll, by the way, just to tell you what shot I played there. I think you can see it. So I'll just move the wire just across just so you can see this one. Now this one is more than likely a screw shot because what we need is the white to come down. So as we go with the black nicely again, difficult shot. Keep the key nice and smooth. And again, hit the near knuckle. So you can see there it's a really difficult exercise to do, but one that will pay off once it is you get used to doing it and can set it up like that. It's been Snooker Pro Tips. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you.